Well, welcome. I am so excited to have a guest speaker with me today. This is James Theiss from Calloway. James, thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me. I enjoy being here.
So, we are lucky enough to have this opportunity. James reached out to our department because he wanted to talk to us about internship opportunities in the nursery industry. And this is a continuous area of interest for our students because many of us who aren't taking these classes for personal reasons are looking to break into the industry, and this is a great opportunity. So James, once we're done with this recording, I'm going to post it to the YouTube channel that I use for my videos, and then we're just going to circulate this all over the place, and we're gonna make you famous, and we're gonna get
all right. I like that. I love that. I love that.
So please tell us about yourself and about Calloway.
Yeah. So real quick about myself, my name is James Theiss. I am now the Director of Recruiting and Training at Calloways Nurseries and Cornelius Nurseries. Now, a little bit of background for me. I've been in the industry for about 20 years. I actually started right out of high school, or actually in high school, and worked my way up. And I just came from the Texas Nursery and Landscape Association. So I just moved to Fort Worth, which Calloways, the corporate office, is located from Austin. So I'm very familiar with Austin. Miss it dearly, but Fort Worth is a good place as well. But with being in the industry for this long, I've learned to really be able to identify opportunities, especially for students looking to get into this industry. I was the same way. I was looking for ways to get in, ways to find that foothold into the industry to get in. And Calloways is a great company to find that at, and their internship program is a phenomenal way to do that. Now, a little bit of history of Calloways. They actually started back in the 80s. And so there was a nursery that was big back then, Wolf Nursery and Sunbelt Nursery. The founder of Calloways actually there's actually three founders, and they came from the Wolf Nursery and created Calloways. And Calloways has been going and been a staple in the Dallas-Fort Worth area since then. We're now almost up to 30 stores. We are all over Dallas-Fort Worth and in Houston. Houston is actually under the name of Cornelius Nurseries. They merged, Calloways and Cornelius merged back in the late 90s, early 2000s. And so if you're in the Houston area and you see Cornelius, that's actually our nursery as well. And we employ about 450 employees, both full-time and part-time. Actually, during the heavy seasons, we've actually gone up to about 500 employees. So it's a big company, it's a very large company. But because of that, there's a lot of opportunity to get started. There's a lot of opportunity to grow. And there's a lot of opportunity just to kind of learn if this is where you want to be.
That's fantastic. So I got to ask, what was your entry-level position in high school?
In the nursery, in the industry in general?
Yeah, were you just slogging bags of compost and vermiculite?
I was actually. Whenever I started in high school, I was a ditch digger for drainage. I was a hole digger for plants, and then I also was in the nursery repotting plants, moving plants. So basically, you're very, very greenhorn level. And quickly, I started learning a lot of the plants just by reading the tags. They saw something in me, and actually the designer took me under his wing and started teaching me design. Within about a year, I was out doing design work with him, and then it kind of blossomed from there to where I became a senior designer. I was actually a designer most of my career, but also worked with nurseries on building the nurseries and kind of advising them on plant products and such. Before I went to TNLA. At TNLA, I was actually the director of education and certifications. And yes, you can get certified as a certified nursery professional in Texas. And so that is something that Calloway strives for. And that's one of our big points, is that we employ more certified nursery professionals than any other nursery in the state of Texas. And so we're very, very proud of that. And that is definitely something that we will help you get to in this internship and in this industry as well.
Outstanding. So what does a basic internship look like on a time commitment, day-to-day basis? What kind of tasks?
Yeah, so the internship, now just to kind of give you a little bit of an inside view, we did not have an internship program in 2020 due to COVID. So now we are actually looking at tweaking it just a little bit, but the way it has always been is a summer internship, and it's a 10-week program. Now that 10-week program, it encompasses both in-store training, where you get to kind of see the general layouts of the stores and just kind of a general overview of how a retail nursery business works. But you also get to be part of the manager side. So you get to see the inside scoop. You get to see the P&Ls, how to read the profit and loss statements, and how that affects hiring and how that affects labor. But then we also bring into the corporate office, and we introduce you to corporate responsibilities such as head buyers. Big nurseries like Calloways and Cornelius, we have a handful of buyers that source all of our plants and products. And so you'll get to know what that is about, and especially on the scale that we buy. So you get to learn that. And then you also get to learn the marketing side of things. And that's where no matter if you're going into the horticulture side or even the marketing side or even the business side of things, of whether it's horticulture or other, you'll get to really learn how a corporate level business runs and works on a day-to-day basis. And you get paid for it. So that's always a plus.
Total plus. So what types of candidates are you ideally looking to recruit?
Typically, we are looking to recruit somebody that has completed their freshman year of study, is generally where we start. Now, again, things are tweaking, so that might change a little bit. But typically, we're looking for somebody that definitely has really a good interest in either the horticulture industry or the retail business side of things. Calloways and Cornelius does have a garden services part of our business. Garden services includes landscape design and our pick and plant program, but we don't have that incorporated into the internship yet. However, I am working that, and that will probably come very, very soon. So really anybody that has that interest in plants in general, or again, business, if you just want to see what a corporate business looks like from the inside, we're here. If you want to look at marketing plants is a huge, huge responsibility. We're all selling the same products. It's all about how we sell them. And so marketing is a great tool to utilize for that. And we have the people here that are extremely talented. And so you'll get the inside scoop. So even people that are into marketing will be able to benefit from this internship.
So when you said had completed basically their freshman year of study, with the way we offer 3 certificate programs, which I'm sure you are somewhat familiar with. We've got the landscape design, the green garden management, and the horticultural technician. And so these classes, some of them are like the landscape design classes, we do recommend they be taken in a certain order, but then the rest of the classes are just kind of a pick and choose. And students will sign up for them as their schedule allows and as they are offered on our schedule, because not all classes are offered every semester. So as sort of an equivalent baseline criteria, would you say it would be beneficial that they've already taken general botany, plants of Central Texas, propagation and greenhouse operations, any IPM, landscape design? What's if we don't have the equivalent of a freshman course, what do you think that some students it would be advisable to come in with under their belts?
Well, I think honestly, we'll probably be looking at that on a person-to-person basis. Now, to give you an overall answer, I would say probably you want at least a beginning level course, or a probably basic botany would be a good one, but really any of those. And that's where, since this was set up on a normal first year, freshman year, what have you basis with ACC and with actually what other colleges are going to now, that's another reason why we're tweaking this a little bit, is so that more people are able to come in. So I would say, honestly, at this point, Ellen, if they're interested, reach out to me and then let's talk, because I think it's going to come more down to person basis. If you're very interested and we show that you have the basic knowledge of what plants are, and you know that green goes up and brown goes down, I think we'll be able to make something work, especially for those who are truly wanting to get into the retail nursery business or equivalent.
Outstanding. So within the company, are there any, you said it's a 10-week internship. Are there any opportunities for movement within the company once that internship is completed?
Absolutely. Several of our past interns have actually stayed with Calloways, whether they stayed on a part-time basis because they want to go to a four-year university and still want to work with Calloways, or if they want to just start their career. We definitely are looking for that. And that's kind of honestly the basis of this. We want those passionate individuals working with us, and we want them to learn the inside scoops of Calloways so they can actually enter that career path and move up. So to answer your question, yes, absolutely.
Outstanding. And I guess the last question that I came prepared with was, do you have any, I want to say anecdotes, or probably examples is a better word, examples of people experiencing a lot of longevity within the company, obviously other than yourself, and career development within Calloways?
Oh, yes. We have multiple employees that have been with us in the nurseries that have been with us for close to 30 years. Many of our general managers have been with us for at least that, if not a little bit more. But we also have some that just started with us too. We have some that started at the beginning of the spring and they love it and they don't plan to go anywhere. But yes, there is a lot of longevity, and most all of our store managers and assistant managers are hired from within. And so the career path and department heads. So kind of a general kind of consensus of how our career path goes is we have our entry-level employee, and whether it's part-time or full-time, they will work to become a department manager in the store. And then once they're a department manager, they can move store to store to find a better fit for them. Or they can, if they show the abilities, they will be offered an assistant manager or manager position. So we have the structure already in place for you to stay for your whole career. And if for those who don't think that running a nursery is a very compensated occupation, just know that many of our managers, the average is over $60,000 to $70,000 a year. And so there's a good way that you can really grow in this company and grow yourself. And so I highly would recommend people looking at this. And most of our hourly employees love it. They have great benefits here. It's a very relaxed environment, and we pride ourselves in that. I mean, we really want to take care of our employees. Now, there's always hectic times. Of course, during this year with the freeze, the snowmageddon, and the lack of plants and everything else, there's always going to be hectic times. But that's how we grow, and that's how our employees grow, and that's how we recognize which employees are here for the long term and which ones are here just to experience it for a little while.
I'm sure at this point in the video, there are some folks that are like ready to go. How do I sign up? When they are writing a cover letter and filling out a resume, as the recruiter, what is your inside advice for things that they should be bringing up, buzzwords, personal characteristics? What are you looking for specifically in an application on paper?
Absolutely. So since we are a retail business, customer service is key for us. And we're a retail nursery that's known for exceptional customer service. Well, we always joke about it that we're not the Kool-Aid customer service, we're the champagne customer service. People come to us because they know when they come to us, they're going to get somebody who's knowledgeable, who's helpful, and who's really going to look after their what they're wanting to accomplish. And so customer service is a big key. Another thing that we really look at is passion, and that's passion to grow. Like I was saying earlier, we pride ourselves in hiring and having a lot of are the most Texas certified nursery professionals in the state. So part of that passion, of course, is growth, personal growth, and showing that you have that passion, you have that personal growth. Now, to be honest with you, if you get here and you start here and you want to become certified after you have been an employee at Calloways, we'll pay for it. We'll get you certified. And that's how passionate we are. And we want that passion to be reflected from our employees. So I think the buzzwords probably are passion, customer service, and just willingness and ready to go, just that great attitude and ready to work, and know that you're going to be working in a retail business, and know that you're going to be working with plants. And so we always know there's some environmental elements to that part of it. There's some heat, there's some cold, there's some wet, there's some dry. So those type of things. If we know that you are serious about working with us, we by all means are 100% serious about getting you on board.
Well, this information is so valuable, and it really is just marvelous for you to be here to share it with us. And you're going to give me all of your contact information, correct? And
That's
it's going to be posted at the bottom underneath this video on YouTube. And this is a program that y'all took a break from in 2020, but typically you have this 10-week internship program year in and year out. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
So if this isn't the year for one of our students, it may come up in the future.
It may come up in the future. We're always looking for great people. No matter where you're from, no matter who you are, we want you. And we know that you are going to bring something to the table that we can definitely utilize and give us fresh eyes on what we're doing to help us excel in our business as well.
I think that's what everybody wants to hear.
Absolutely.
Well, Mr. James Theiss, thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and hit stop on recording.